Welcome back to Phone Phenom, week number 2. I know you guys want to be a phone phenom, and I'm excited about what we have got rolling today for Phone Phenom. I'm going to jump in to 6 effective tips for calling insurance leads. But before I do, I want to tell you real quick about something that we are doing on March the 7th. That's specific to insurance agents, that's all about live. Am I good over here, Dylan, to go ahead and throw that up? All right, so we're doing something called Call to Close. This is a 3-hour live training. You will get lifetime access to the recording. You'll get a workbook, and you'll get some discounts on some other stuff that we offer. But I'm doing a 3-hour private live training for only 30 people, for only 30 agents on March the 7th of 2019 at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'm going to go because so many insurance agents fail. So many agents struggle with all the steps involved. We're going to do a 3-hour super deep dive, everything from the call to the close. I'm only taking the first 30 that take advantage of this offer. You can go to CodyAskins.com. Again, CodyAskins.com to check out this brand new virtual live training event called Call to Close that I'm only doing for 30 people, and it's going to be private. All right, so I want to tell you about that because I'm excited to release that for 30 people. All right, so 6 effective phone tips. So there's 6 effective phone tips that when you're calling insurance leads that I want to kind of talk through and jump through today. The first thing has to do with having a good introduction, okay? Most agents struggle with the intro. Most agents struggle with the info. So if we talk about 6 tips, right? Most agents struggle with the intro. You need a phenomenal introduction. You say, well, Cody, what does that mean, man? You're like, I want to be a phone phenom. What does that mean? Instead of, I'm looking for John, or is this John? You're telling the person, I lack confidence. I don't know what I'm doing, etc., etc., etc. I don't know who I'm looking for. I want you to have a strong intro so that you can immediately jump and show confidence and tell them, I know who you are, and they'll know that there's a reason why you're calling them if you have a strong intro. As in, they answer the phone, Betty. And this is only some of the stuff that we're going to talk about 100x more than this in our Call to Close series that we're doing on March 7th. So make sure you go to that website, check it out. You need a great introduction. They say hello, Betty. Yeah, this is Betty. This is Cody. That's it. That's the intro. It's simple. It's super, super simple. The second thing is you need to have the perfect phrase, right? Your phrasing has got to be good. Agents are doing it incorrectly. When I was a brand new agent, I was just like you. I was doing it wrong, man. I was doing it, and I didn't even know. Like, you don't know what you don't know. Most agents don't invest in learning and knowing. And I'm telling you what, I just got back. I spent $3,000 plus, probably closer to like $7,000 for the weekend, just to get privately coached by one of the greatest business coaches in the country, because I'm all about learning and knowing. And I know that if I invest in money into my business, I'll get it back tenfold later. I didn't know this stuff when I first started. You say, well, okay, Cody, what is the perfect phrase? Instead of, because we just rolled through the initial part of the call, this is Cody. Instead of, you filled out a form online for a quote, right? Instead of the wrong phrase, let's use the perfect phrase, which is, this is Cody. I'm getting back to you. Right? The perfect phrase is, I'm getting back to you. That's it. Like, it's simple, it's short, it's easy to duplicate and replicate if you role play and practice. The perfect phrase is really important. The third thing, and before we go to that, I kind of want to share something with you guys. Dylan, you ready to show them what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
All right, are you mic'd up today?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, any questions so far? I know there was a couple things that we wanted to show them throughout the show today, and I'm wondering when you want to do that, and I'm wondering what these amazing people on Facebook and YouTube have to say so far.
We don't have any questions, but we got a lot of people that are liking our new intro and looking forward to the show today. So.
Sweet. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so you just jump in and say, hey, Cody, I'm ready to show them, you know, what we got cooking in the video kitchen. Whenever you're ready for that, all right?
I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, cool. Well, let's do that then. Because I want to break these up. Since we got 6 of them, I want to go ahead and jump in and show you guys something that we've got going on. I'm going to run and grab a quick drink of water. I'm going to let Dylan show you guys something, and I'll be right back. Stay with me for tips number 3 and tips number 4, which are amazing. You don't want to miss these. I'll be right back.
My name is Coach Michael Burt, and I have a very basic premise. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. Every single week I come to you, multiply your life and your money and your business. The way we look at success, the way we see the problem is the problem. I want to help you build an organization that is so attractive, that is so interesting, that is so vibrant, that is so on fire that people are dying to join. The 2 most important things to people is their time and their energy. Do they want to devote their time and energy to you? So if I come and I'm like, man, this is 45 minutes wasted time, I can never get back. I don't want to come back for round 2 of that. So we got to have energy that people are attracted to. Energy cannot be created. It can only be transferred. It's about seeing something through to its logical conclusion. It's about going from a little baby star to a big star and practicing and getting better and digging in and fighting through. I see work as the distribution channel for your God-given talents. To know the highest use of your time in 2017, here's what you got to know. You got to first know what is the dominant focus. What is a single tangible outcome you would like to drive in a 12-month cycle as measured in 30-day windows? There's really 2 very important days of your life, in my opinion. The day you're born and the day you find your purpose. How many people believe behind every great number 1 is a great number 2? I wrote that little book called Changing Lives Through Coaching because I believe what? A good coach can change your life. And I remember when it sold on Amazon, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, somebody has spent their hard-earned money on my book. I'm just a high school basketball coach. Money's going from their account to my account. Once you know where your championship is, then you're focused on what's the highest use of your time. We call them high-value activities. Money changes hands when problems are solved. And for all the people out there, you gotta get interested in solving bigger problems. I'm gonna get you in a mindset where you clothe up and get yourself ready to go into battle every day. We got things to do, we got places to go, we got people to impact, we got actions to take.
All right, welcome back. I'm rejuvenated, I'm ready, and I'm ready for tip number 3. If you're just now joining us, Phone Phenom, 6 effective tips. We do this every Tuesday night at 5 o'clock Central Time to help insurance agents blow up your game. All right, tip number 3 is do not pause. Do not pause. You're doing it right now. You're doing it right now. Almost 100% of people watching this show are making this mistake. And you don't even know it. instead of, this is Cody, even if you use the perfect phrase, right? Even if you said, I'm getting back to you about your request for the new homeowner rates information. And then you pause. Or the quote or whatever. And then you pause. And when you pause, you are asking them to give you an objection. I don't want you to do that anymore. Do not pause. Instead, I want you to do tip number 4, which is always finish with a question. When you're on the phone, it keeps you in control, and it's a tip that actually works and produces results when you finish with a question. It just helps. It's just better. Tip number 5, be ready for objections. And before I even elaborate on that one, I want to go back to number 4 and give you a quick example, because I can see your guys' wheels churning. I try to think ahead and think about what you're thinking, and you're asking, what kind of questions would you ask? Are mornings or afternoons better? 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock? I'm assuming it's okay if I go ahead and drop off some information to you while I'm out there. Am I right? Ask questions. Stay in control of the conversation. Would there be would there be any reason? Another question I used towards the end of the call. Would there be any reason why you wouldn't be able to be there? Think about it for a second, John. Would there be any reason why you wouldn't be able to be there Friday at 2 o'clock? You have to have this stuff. It's got to be part of you. All right, be ready for tip number 5. Be ready for objections. Objections are going to come. You guys know I preach the agree, answer, and ask philosophy all the time. But you got to be ready for objections. Objections are going to happen no matter what. How are you going to respond and be ready for when they happen? Right now, objections are happening. If you don't pause and finish with a question, you'll actually get less objections. But what if you say, what if you do the call perfectly? Betty. Yeah, this is Betty. This is Cody. I'm getting back to you about your request for the new Medicare information. Now, Betty, I'm the local field underwriter. I'll be out there on Friday. Should I drop this information off? What do you think? In the morning or in the afternoon? I followed all that perfectly, yes or no? Now, let's just say that she says, well, you know what? I'm busy. Agree, answer, and ask. Okay, great. Thank you so much for sharing that. Hey, I'll actually be back out there. And when you say you're busy, are you more busy like morning or afternoon or the whole day? Like which day is better, Thursday or Friday? Try to classify it and then finish with a question. So that's what I mean by be ready for objections. Be ready to agree, answer, and finish with a question with some type of agree, statement, and question. Like to get to tip number 6, which brings us to know your purpose. Like, what is the purpose? When you get on the phone, do you know what your purpose is? This board just makes it look like I have better handwriting. I don't know what it is, but either I just write better because it's something new, and then 12 weeks later it's going to look horrible, or this board just makes my handwriting look better. I don't know. I'd love to know in comments what you guys think. Like, am I getting better? Is it going to suck in 12 weeks, or is this new board just make me look like, I'm a freaking calligraphy artist or something? Know your purpose. You got to have a goal, an objective, a purpose. Every call. You want to be a phone phenom? When you get on the phone, there's a purpose. When I get on the phone with a lead, it's to set an appointment. If I'm selling over the phone, it's to make the sale. Like, know your purpose. Most agents struggle because they don't know their purpose. They don't know what to do. They don't have a goal. When I door knock, it's to get in the door. When I call a lead, it's to set an appointment. And to set an appointment within the next 24 to 48 hours, preferably. So know your purpose. And I want you to realize that, because that's a big thing when it comes to 6 effective phone tips. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do 6 effective phone tips for calling insurance leads today is a couple reasons real quick. Bear with me. This is going to be good. The reason I want to do this today is you guys all know that 92% fail. And they fail because of calls, objections, like, the strategy of the call, the people stand them up. You know what I mean? They when they get to the home, they don't know how to run an appointment. They don't know, they don't know how to they don't know how to fact find. They don't know how to warm up. They don't know how to present. They don't know how to build value. They don't know how to show options. They don't know how to close. They don't know how to service. They don't know how to ask for the business. They don't know how to cool down. They don't know how to get referrals. They don't know how to keep the business. They don't know how to build a relationship with the prospect. You just don't know what you don't know, right? There's too many options. Like there's just too much, right? So these are all the options of why agents fail. And what we're going to do and what we've got happening on March the 7th is we're going to take you from call to close. And we're going to make sure that no matter what, all of these things are handled forever. And that you know how to handle all of these. And so we're doing a live training. It's a 3-hour live training called Call to Close. Because agents struggle with this. I don't want you to struggle with this anymore. So I'm going to spend 3 hours going over all of this. It's a private deep dive. It's a mastermind together for insurance agents. It's called Call to Close. It's on March the 7th, here in a couple weeks. You can go to CodyAskins.com to register. I'm only taking 30 people because I want to spend 3 hours and give you lifetime access to the recording and the workbook, right? Because I want you to succeed. So it's all about call to close. Everything related from the lead to the call to the freaking close, all of it, we're going to cover. We're going to spend 3 hours together. It's March 7th. I'm only taking 30 people. You get access to the recording and the workbook forever, but you have to go to CodyAskins.com to register, and we're only taking 30 people. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this, and I want you guys to be there. Any questions or thoughts or comments about the call to close, Dylan? Anything? We see anything about this? You guys excited about this? I'm going to go deep.
We've got a couple people said they want in, so
let's do it. Let's get you in. We're only taking 30. We got 6,000 YouTube subscribers, so it'll go pretty quick. Like this will fill up. This will probably fill up tonight. It wouldn't surprise me. Maybe tomorrow. But if you feel like investing a very small amount of money so that you can be better at your business and know how to handle the call all the way till you close the business, then you may want to get a part of this 3-hour live training. Even if you can't watch it March the 7th at 5 o'clock Central Time, at least you'll have lifetime access to the recording and the workbook. And this is something to where, yes, we'll sell it later, but we'll sell it for 3 to 4 times the cost of what you can buy it and watch it live, right? Because it's going to be a permanent training course that we have available for insurance agents, because I get so many questions about, and we're going to do like a live demo of an appointment, right? I get so many questions about working leads, calls, how to run an appointment, how do I get, like the last several appointments I've been on with insurance agents, we got the sale. Like, When we're talking about from call to freaking closing the business up and shutting the book down on closing business, I'm the best at it. And I'm going to spend at least 3 hours with, and this is a private deal, right? This is a private live that I'm only doing with 30 people, and I want you to be one of them. So make sure you go to CodyAskins.com and check that thing out. Dylan, any other thoughts?
No.
We had a good show. 6 effective phone tips. Phone Phenom. Thanks for joining us every Tuesday, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. I want you to be a part of this. I want to spend 3 hours with you on March 7th. We just released it today. Nobody even knows. You know first because it relates to this show, and I want you to have access. Cool? I'll be in Dallas looking at the Statler for 8% Nation the next couple days. If you're in Dallas, hit me up. We'll be there. We'll invite you over to our Airbnb to hang out with us. What do you think, D? We'll watch some Duke with some fellow Dallas agents?
Yeah.
Watch Duke dominate?
Watch North Carolina.
All right. Hey, you guys are awesome. I want you in this thing. I want you to freaking be a master of the call, a master of everything, and a master of the close. I'll see you March 7th. We'll see you tomorrow for live Q&A, and we'll see you every day because we give you content like crazy. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching Phone Phenom. Have a great night.